What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Clown Questions, the show where there are no dumb questions. I'm your host, Matt K. Maurer, and the question on my mind today is, does Ploff Warrior stand any chance against me in fantasy baseball this week? We'll attempt to answer that question in addition to some other questions, and we're going to talk some baseball. Brewers Baseball is here, along with, all the other inferior teams. We'll talk some March Madness and some NBA as well, so it should be a fun show with Mr. Ploff Warrior. So who's down to clown?
That's a clown question, bro.
All right, now pulling up to the podcast is reoccurring guest, my good friend, Ploff Warrior, Bryce Terang's #1 fan. How you doing, Ploff? Thanks for pulling up.
Of course, Matt, anytime you text me about hopping on, I'm always down to clown. Trust me. So, I appreciate you having me on. And I know we were going back and forth on like what dates, and I think we found the perfect time. Like, this is the honey hole of Brewers kicking off and NBA starting up, and then March Madness, a little preview. So,
we're smack
pumped.
dab in the middle of a lot of great sports going on right now. And then, is the Masters next week?
Masters is next weekend, yeah.
Masters is next weekend.
Sneaks up on you.
We don't, Well, I don't know. I don't really have any golf questions prepared. We don't need to. we don't need to go into Tiger Woods mishaps. But let's talk some baseball. Let's talk some baseball to start it off. Before we get to real baseball, fantasy baseball. We're playing each other. This is your first week as a fantasy baseball manager, at least to my knowledge, in this league.
This is correct. Never been in one.
Yeah, I am playing you in the first game of the season. Do you think you stand any chance against me in fantasy baseball this week? I want to remind you, I'm a former champion. I'm a former World Series champion in this league.
Yeah, well, Matt, every day I check, it's gone back and forth. Like, genuinely, yesterday you were crushing me. The day before I had you. And now today I'm crushing you. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this matchup. I think, I was like up 7-4. What am I, down 7-3 now? It's
crazy. And you know what it's going to come down to? It might come down to you having 2 hit-by-pitch players, and I only have 1. Swear to God.
That very well could be what ends up happening. Russ was on the podcast 2 weeks ago. He threw a real curveball at us this season. He was mad at me because I had hits as the category, because we also have batting average. He puts in hit by pitches. Just the most random stat ever. We're gonna have some crash outs this year. There's gonna be some games decided by a hit by pitch. That's gonna be insane.
No, I think he makes a great point though. Like, just do a crazy one-off thing like that, because hits and average, I think.
Yeah.
You only need one or the other. So
I'm still petitioning ESPN to add WAR as a category. I don't know. I just want there to be some way to factor in the players fielding, because right now it's just batting statistics. But
no, I agree with that. And honestly, I didn't know that
there's a fielding percentage one, but like I haven't even heard really of that stat. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of relevant.
No, I agree for sure. I mean, I guess I don't know. The league, all they care about now, it's all hitting and slugging.
PCA's
especially.
fantasy value would go down quite a bit, I think, if you had to the fielding percentage. No, we don't need to talk shit about
or O'Neal Cruz.
Even. Yeah. He gifted a couple runs to, I forget who that was against the
Mets day one.
He gifted him a couple. Yeah, Skeens.
And then he had a bad error the other night too. So
enough about the other. Enough about the rest of the NL Central. Let's talk about our team. You're sporting the Brewers hat, the Brewers quarter zip. I love that you're wearing the shades. We'll never see Ploff Warrior's eyes on this podcast, but I want to talk about the Brewers. We're off to a hot start out here in Milwaukee. I think we're 5-1 at the moment. But
correct.
I kind of want to talk about more of some preseason stuff or some kind of off-season moves.
Yeah.
obviously, so far so good at 5-1. But
Hmm.
how did you feel about all of the trades? We made a number of trades, and I gotta say I was definitely sad to see guys like Freddie Peralta, Caleb Durbin, and Isaac Collins go, because I feel like every year the Brewers trade away some of our favorite players. It feels
Yeah.
inevitable.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think we should start with the Freddie Peralta one, right? Because that's
Yeah.
obviously the biggest. He's been
Hmm.
our ace for what, the last at least 3 years. Probably was our best pitcher the last four. Freddie fastball, I mean, we had him since what, 2017, 2018. Like,
Yeah.
he just grew up with us, and like, yeah, I mean, he was just always a constant, right, on the team, in the organization. Never really got hurt. I think that's one thing that is like so overlooked about him, is that like he never really got hurt. Like, he was always ready to go, throw that fastball, let up that first inning home run. Like, he was ready to do it for us. And quite frankly, like, yeah, like when I grow up and when I'm looking back, like I'm gonna tell my kids about Freddie Fastball, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously it
Yeah.
sucks, but I think this is what we do, right? You have to trust this front office. Everything that they've ever done usually turns out in our favor. And looking
Yeah.
back is like that was a great move. I think the return we got for him wasn't terrible.
Is
That
that the
Jet
Jet
Williams kid,
Williams? Yeah.
yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Brandon Sproat guy, I mean, we can get into that. But yeah, the Jet Williams dude, when I was down at spring training watching him, like he played damn near every game, especially since Terang was
Wow.
up at the WBC.
Sure.
So they didn't have him. But yeah, I mean, I think Murph said it too once they traded for him and talked about him. He's like, he just fits the Brewer mold, like the pesky, like undersized, but like is gonna have a 7 pitch at bat.
Hmm.
Get some infield hits here and there, steal some bases, play some tough defense. Like, he looks like a good young prospect, and I'm curious and anxious to see what we do with him.
Yeah. For sure.
And then for Brandon Sproat, I mean, I didn't even know of the guy or hear about him until we traded for him. And
The Sprout Goat. That's what I'm calling him.
yeah, I mean, rough starting, rough start on Sunday for sure. I mean, that was rough, but
At least we won. We
hey,
still won.
we won, and at the end of the day, it's like he just needs reps. He just needs experience, getting traded in the offseason too. Like, he's coming to a new home, trying to figure everything out. Like, just give him time. We'll see. I don't think the jury's out on him yet. I would say that would be a terrible idea after one start to say, oh, well, this guy's brutal. It might be right. He might be bad, and that's just what it is. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, we got another starting rotation piece in that trade. And I think, Freddie Peralta is going to ask for millions of dollars, in which when we wouldn't have paid him, nor I don't think should we have paid him, right? Especially
Hmm.
with this young rotation we got and the arms that we have, and some of the guys even still pitching in Nashville. Like,
Sure.
it's sad to see him go, but I think at the end of the day, we made the right move. And man, I just wish we could win one with him. But I think there's another guy in the rotation who we stuck it out with, and I'd really love to see him win with us more, and that's Brandon Woodruff, right? So,
Yeah.
we didn't really lose that veteran presence at the pitching position, and he's been
True.
around the league, and he was there from the start of like the Brewers uprising in 2018 with that magical Yelich and Locane season. Like, he was the guy. So I think we just had to, make some sacrifices, and unfortunately, Freddie Fastball FF was one of them. But I think it's going to turn out to benefit us in the long run. And yeah, I wish him nothing but the best, unless he's pitching against us. I really do. So
Yeah. No, for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Hmm.
As far as some other moves, I mean, I think we got David Hamilton in I believe that was in the Caleb Durbin trade, and then we
Yep.
also just went out and we signed a guy who hasn't played a game yet. We're kind of trying to do the Churio thing where you sign him to like decent but not gigantic contract, and you kind of get
Correct.
a discount because you signed him to a long-term deal before he even steps on the field for the Brewers. So I don't know, what do you think about those moves as well?
Yeah, so the Durbin trade, I was shocked by that one. I think a lot of people were, right? But
Yeah.
he was an older rookie. Like he was like 25, 26 at the
Okay.
time when we traded him. And we traded Monasterio and Anthony Ziegler as well.
Hmm.
So those three guys, it was just like Durbin was the best for us out of those three of them last year. Those like shortstop slash third base players.
Sure. Yeah.
The ceiling, I think, for Durbin is what he had last year, right? Like a
Mm.
230, maybe 12, 18 home runs. Pesky player, but man, I mean, you look at the way Kyle Harrison was throwing the ball the other night in
Oh, he
who
was
we
in
got
that
from
trade
that
too,
trade.
huh? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
He looks like Scoople 2.0. Like I don't know if
Oh.
it's the lefty
Okay. All
thing. I
right.
don't know if it's because
He's a
he
hoss.
rolls up. Yeah, he's a hoss. Like big ass, big base. Like dude
Yeah.
rolls up his pants. Like just like that sliding fastball delivery. Like I am very high on Kyle Harrison. I think that was a great move, and I think Davey Ham, man, how about him, dude? He's been playing some
Davy
lockdown
Ham.
defense, and he can hit too. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's just another situation where you turn apples into oranges, and sometimes I'd rather have orange juice. So, yeah, you can't you can't really complain about that move. I think Durbin's like 0 for 15 to start the season too. And Monasterio's been in and out of that Red Sox lineup, and Lord only knows what Anthony Ziegler's up to. But yeah, I think that was the right move. I think that was the smart move, and yeah, hope like that's just another arm for the starting rotation, which I'm
Yeah.
very excited
So
for.
kind of
So
overall, there wasn't really any moves that you were, strictly against.
correct. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good.
I think it hurt. I think one move we could have made, which I wish we did, but it was to extend either Terang or Contreras or Sal.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
out of those three guys, I wish it was Terang. Obviously, the dude's on pace to win MVP. He's on a five,
I think
6 game hit
Atanasio
streak.
seems like he's trying to wait for the lockout to pay these guys.
It,
Could be
it
next
could
year.
be, right? It could be. And I think, too, especially, I mean, you just brought it up, too, like the Cooper Pratt signing, too.
Yeah.
What is it, 8 years, 50 million, right?
Yeah, it wasn't as big as
51?
Churio's deal. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think that's about right.
I mean, that dude is a big guy. I think he's like 6'4". He's 21. He can
He's a
field and then
shortstop?
he can play anywhere.
Oh,
Um
okay, sure.
I feel like he might start off. I mean, it depends who you have too, right? Like those guys, I feel like they can all play shortstop. If you can play shortstop, you can play third, and then if you can play in the infield, you can play at second base. So,
Yeah, yeah,
I think
for sure.
I could see him being like our, whatever happens with Ortiz, like I could see him being our everyday shortstop. I could also see him being like an everyday third baseman. I mean, what Manny Machado started his career at shortstop and won how many Golden Gloves with the Orioles, and then they moved him over to third, and he's probably one of the
Yeah,
best third basemen in the league. So
yeah,
you can do
yeah,
a lot of flexibility with that, and I think like before all the Jesus Mate, Luis Pena, even Andrew Fisher hype, like
yeah.
everyone was talking about Cooper Pratt, Cooper Pratt, Cooper
Sure.
Pratt.
Yeah,
Um, and I just think, yeah, like in the long term, we're gonna look back and hopefully we'll be like, holy shit, I cannot believe we got him on this deal. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I, you know, I'm really happy for the guy. He seemed like a really strong hitter when I saw him in spring training, and I looked up his stats the other day. It seems like he can hit for average and get on base, hopefully. And yeah, I'm excited for him. Hopefully, we see him this year. And
Yeah.
just to see him get that experience, right? Like there's no holding back anymore now that we signed him to the deal.
Right.
Um, but I just think, yeah, Lord only knows he's probably going through a whirlwind of emotion signing that contract, 50 million at 21 years old. Jesus. But
Yeah. No kidding.
yeah, I
No
mean,
kidding. Yeah.
hopefully like he turns out and yeah, we'll see what happens. But
No.
there was another like highly rated prospect the day after the Brewers signed Cooper Pratt. I think it's some guy from the Giants, maybe, but he got an 8-year deal and hadn't played a single MLB
Yeah, they
game.
saw what we did. They're like, "Oh shit, that's a good
Right.
idea." But
But
they had
they
to pay
gave
him
him an
more.
extra 40 mil. So
Yeah.
shit, who
The
knows,
price went
man?
up.
Who
Price
knows?
went. Price just went
Exactly.
up. Price just went up.
Today's
But
price is not yesterday's, you know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's really good to hear from a diehard Brewers fan that you're happy with all the moves. How do you feel about
Yeah.
the? You talked about it briefly, but how do you feel about the pitching staff this year?
Oh man, just excited. Well, for one, I mean, Mizorowski, we knew this last year. Like, the expectations we have for him are through the roof. Like, he can lead the league in strikeouts. He can be
Yeah.
up there for Cy Young. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it is like it's incredible that we finally got one of these guys. So having him as our ace, like, it just feels right. It was expected last year that he was going to be this good, and now this year, when it's like we gave him the keys, and now
Yeah.
he has that half season of experience, and he has playoff experience, and like you can tell like he's
He's
grown,
got that
he's matured.
moxie. He was our best
Yeah,
pitcher in the playoffs. He was the
right.
only pitcher who like was consistent in that
I
playoff
would
run.
say, yeah, I think, yeah, like him.
No,
I mean, Aaron Ashby even wasn't too bad, and like he's going to be getting a lot of innings too. I think he's great to have,
those
like
were some
first arm
interesting
out of the
games when
pen.
we would those were some
Weird.
interesting games when we would start Ashby, he'd pitch like one inning and then they would throw in Miz, but I don't know, we
Yeah,
get
I
creative. We were able to
right.
it worked against everyone except LA and that last series. But we don't need to talk about
Tough.
that. Looking
No.
towards the future, do you think we can
hmm
repeat in the NL Central? I mean, I guess we are in first place right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And all the talking heads. This isn't even like
Everyone's picking the
bias at
Cubs.
all. Everyone picking the Cubs. They did that last year too. Some people even thought St. Louis was going to be good. Listen, we lost maybe one or two guys that were in and out of the lineup last year, and I think our rotation only got stronger, and we have more guys to bring in, and then our
Sure.
bullpen pretty much remained the same.
Yeah.
So I think this team, especially like with how far we went in the playoffs last year, and like all those games played and all that experience, like they know what they got to do. They know their identity, and
Yeah.
like even in the second half of the season, like they would just peck away. It doesn't matter what the score is, like just get on, drag the pitcher long, have long at bats, get on base, don't make mistakes in the field, make them make mistakes in the field, and good things
Yeah.
happen.
That's the
So
story of today's game.
correct. And that was the story of the 7-2 comeback the other Sunday. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just think
For sure.
I have a lot of high hopes. If the Cubs end up winning the division, well, hats off to them because I don't necessarily think their lineup's that great, and I do not think their starting pitching is anything to like be scared of by any means. But
Hmm.
no, like if they go on an insane run and win the division, like whatever, because we will still be in the wild card and we will be ready for October baseball. I can guarantee that. But
Yeah.
if I was a betting man, which I am, I would bet the Brewers to win the NL Central. So,
All right. I like it. I like it. You're a betting man.
yeah.
I think last time you were on the show, you weren't a betting man. So you're back. You're back to being
Yeah.
a betting
Back on the
man.
wagon.
But speaking of bets, the odds on this are probably terrible. But my next question, I wanted to open it up to the entire league. Should we even play this season? I mean, the Dodgers are just going to win again, right?
Yeah, I mean, God, their lineup is so stupid. It's so stupid. They have like
And then
what,
they added
three,
Edwin
four
Diaz and
MVPs,
Tucker.
and
Yeah.
now, yep, now they got Edwin Diaz and Tucker, and oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, you think of the Dodgers and you think of Otani, you think of Yamamoto, you think of Freeman. You don't even think about former MVP Mookie Betts, who's
Yeah.
lights out at shortstop and
Yep.
so good hitting. And then you don't even mention Teoscar Hernandez, great outfielder and phenomenal batter. Max Muncy, one of the, I would probably put him top five third baseman in the NL.
Yeah.
Will Smith is probably, top three catcher in all of baseball behind like Contreras or Cal Raleigh. Like those three guys are probably the best three at their position. And yeah, and then you look at all their starters, it's like, holy crap, they'd all be aces on any other team. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is tough, but baseball's weird, man. It's a 9 inning game. You got to get what, 27 outs? Anything can happen. So until those 9 innings are complete and the 27 outs are done, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they didn't get worse, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's baseball. Well, yeah,
that's
I looked at
baseball.
the odds. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a foregone conclusion to Vegas too. I looked at the odds. Dodgers are plus 210 to win the World Series. Next
Jeez.
closest is the Yankees at plus 950. My
Ah,
goodness, my goodness. Well, let's hope that obviously doesn't happen. Maybe this knock on wood. Brewers can get some revenge on the Dodgers in the playoffs this year. But you got a World Series pick for me?
Brewers.
Bre- Okay.
Brewers.
Okay. Let's knock on some wood. Let's hope this
Hmm.
I
Brewers.
like the pick. I like the pick, the Brewers. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
It'll be tough to
You give
maybe
me
maybe we can
Brewers Mariners.
yeah, Brewers over Mariners. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Yeah, maybe if we can we would have maybe not had to play the Dodgers if that Phillies pitcher hadn't thrown over the catcher's head.
I
If he
know.
had gotten that out, we might have had a different this might be a different conversation we're having right now. But no,
Right.
I
Right.
like the pick. Yeah, you
I
gave a lot
actually
of
got a
reasons to
hot
be high on
take.
them.
I
Okay.
got a hot take if you're bringing up the Phillies. I don't think the Phillies make the playoffs.
Sorry,
That's my hot
you were
take.
kind of cutting in and out. You said that you don't think the Phillies
Oh,
make the playoffs?
Mets win that division, and I don't know. I don't think the Phillies make it to the wild card. I don't know if they will be able to.
Okay,
Can you hear
gotcha,
me good or
gotcha.
no?
I can hear you. Yeah, maybe I'll cut that part out. I don't know. We were cutting it out, but I can hear
Sure.
you now. But yeah, last question on baseball, and then we should talk some basketball as well.
Yeah.
Any this is maybe kind of a selfish question to maybe help my own fantasy baseball team. Any prospects we should keep our eye on this year? Whether they're in the league already or not.
Well, apparently that kid from Pittsburgh, Connor Griffin, he's supposed to be the next coming of Jesus. So
Oh,
look
okay.
out for Connor Griffin. Connor with a K, I believe.
That's I'm already skeptical of him because who spells Connor with the K? That's
I don't
interesting.
know.
I don't know, but yeah, if
Weird.
he's if people are saying he's the next coming of Jesus, he must be pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's get to some March Madness. But before that, would you
Hmm.
like to do an old segment presented by no one?
Sure.
So
Let's
this
do
is
it.
this is an old segment. I think I did this segment with Dom one time. I don't know if anyone else I have, but this segment is called Live Trade Offer. So I didn't even think about we're playing each other this week, so that definitely would impact whether or not this trade happens. But I want to give you
Okay.
a live trade offer for fantasy baseball, and let me know what you think. How about this? Trevor McGill for Abner Uribe.
No.
Joe. Okay, I did
No.
that to myself. I did that to myself because me and you drafted right next to each other and we were on the turn and I was ready to pick Abner. And then I was like,
Yep.
McGill's the closer. Maybe I can get McGill and Abner. And the second I took McGill, you're like, all right, I'm taking Abner. The Brewers go
Yep.
quick in the Wisconsin league. Yeah, I was gonna see if I can maybe
Yes.
trade some saves for some holds this year, but yeah, who knows? Maybe Abner becomes the full time closer at some point. But yeah,
I'll give you Kyle Stowers for Francisco Lindor. How about that?
That would also be a decline on my part.
Okay,
I
just
am trying
checking.
to ship off Lindor maybe, but I was hoping to get a lot more
Ooh.
value than Kyle Stowers. But yeah, that's to the rest of the league if you're listening to this. But yeah, that was great talking baseball. Let's talk some March
Hmm.
Madness. Just some
Sure.
incredible. Well, really, it was just kind of one incredible game on Sunday. I mean, we had some other great games, but a
Yep.
couple blowouts, but maybe the most unforgettable ending to a March Madness game I've
Oh
ever
my
witnessed
gosh.
live. Duke turns the ball over with 5 seconds remaining. UConn steals it. Braylon Mullins hits a logo three with point 0.3 remaining on the clock, and they shock Duke.
Onions.
Onions from Bill Raftery.
Onions.
We almost lost Bill Raftery on that call. I don't know if you haven't seen the video of Raftery calling it, look it up. It is priceless. Like
It is.
they couldn't. No one could believe it. I still can't believe it. I'm still
Goosebump Sports.
processing
That's
that
Goosebump
Braylon Mullins.
Sports.
That's good. I did post it on Goosebump Sports. I think that's one of the most liked posts I've made on Twitter for that
Yeah.
Goosebump Sports account. But uh, yeah, I'm still processing that shot. Where do you think that final UConn sequence versus Duke ranks in terms of all time March Madness moments?
So there's a few things you got to take in consideration, right?
Right.
Number one, the fact that it's against Duke, who is the number one overall seed, right?
Yeah.
Number two, the fact that that shot made them go to the Final Four, right?
Yep.
And then number three, the fact that they were down, what, 19, 20 points? Danny
Yep.
Hurley's team.
Yep.
I mean, in my life, in my time, I think I would put it like two behind the
Two.
Chris Jenkins shot to win the
Yeah.
championship, right? Just because,
Yeah.
man,
For
it's
sure.
like that was what we got the tournament to end on. This is what sets up what I think is going to be a damn good Final Four. So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Matt, like that's not anything that you can really repeat. That was insane. It was incredible. I
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shocked. I was driving home from the Brewer game and I saw they were down by 19. I go to the grocery store. I get home and my dad texts me. He goes, "Did you see that?" And I said, "Oh my fucking God." It was insane. It was insane. So, yeah, I think you got to put that too. You got to put that too.
Yeah, yeah, no, I think that's fair. I'll put it. That's a worthy dollar to put in the F bomb jar
Oh, the
because
F-bomb jar.
holy
Yep.
fucking shit, I'm putting another dollar in because Braylon Mullins, I will never forget that was just unreal, just
Yeah.
all time Duke choke. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
Two out of the four teams and they're on different sides of the bracket, are Big Ten teams. I'm a Big Ten
Right.
guy. Do you think maybe we get a all Big Ten championship here?
I mean,
How electric.
I could see all the possibilities. Genuinely, I could. So I wouldn't put past them. I don't know. I mean, as good as Michigan is, their whole mantra is their size, right? Like they will bully you down low. They will play good defense. They will get all the rebounds, but their guards are a little weak, right? That's their weak link. So
and
them beating Arizona, I think, is a tough ask because that team is just well-rounded and they don't miss shots, man.
and I just saw
They do not miss shots.
Elliot Cadeau, one of the guards for Michigan. I think they said he couldn't get on the initial flight because he had an allergic reaction. So I don't know if that will
Oh,
factor in at all. But yeah, to your point, that's going to be a tough game. Like Michigan plays that style, but Arizona's almost perfected it. And then to
damn
your
near,
point, their
right?
guards are better.
Exactly. And they're like all freshmen and they don't give a shit. Like they don't care that they're 18, 19 years old. They
Someone
are
get Bryce
walking
James on the
buckets.
court.
Like he had a red shirt because all these other guys in this class are so good. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how good Bryce James is actually, but I mean, this team is on fire. I think the Big 12 overall, like as good as the Big 10 is, I think the Big 12 overall is probably the best conference in all of college basketball. Like
Yeah.
during the whole conference realignment thing, they said, "Okay, you know what? You can have, X, Y, and Z schools that have pretty good football programs. We're going to take all the basketball programs." And they did. And
Yeah.
I just think, yeah, they like that
They said, we'll
conference is
take
so
Houston. We don't
tough.
care. They're terrible at
Right.
football.
Right. And they're not even that bad at football too,
That's
but
true. They're
yeah.
better than the Badgers. I shouldn't have even
Yeah.
brought that up,
Yeah.
but
So, yeah, I think they're battle tested. I think what their two losses were to Kansas and then was it Houston or Iowa State?
I don't think they haven't lost to a
But
team that wasn't, a top 4 seed. They
right.
don't have any bad
Right.
losses.
Yeah. So I mean, I know you sent me that Michigan's favored 1.5. I would take Arizona in that, um, for sure. I would just take a money line, honestly. Um, and I
Yeah.
think I think if they beat Michigan, the only team that would be able to beat them is UConn because Danny Hurley, I don't know how he does it. Half of his players don't even really turn out to be that great in the NBA, but he just wins championships. And I
Yeah.
think it was Portnoy who said it too, earlier this week. He was just like, instead of, what is it? February, Izzo, April, May, it should be
Yeah.
February, Hurley
Hurley.
slash UConn, April, May. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're
He's got a
going for the
point.
dynasty,
He's got
right?
a
Like
point.
3 out of 4. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, they won the back to back and now they're back in the final four a year removed. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
So
In
my
short,
national champ, right? My national championship list is or prediction is UConn versus Arizona, and I think I have Arizona winning. But
ooh.
so no, I do
Okay.
not
So quite
necessarily
the
think.
opposite of an all Big Ten final.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
to answer your question long
Now,
form. But I do think Michigan and
okay.
Illinois, like they will give UConn and Arizona a run for their money. And if one of those teams wins or potentially blows them out, like I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked.
Right.
So,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but now that you're a
I mean,
betting man,
all
you like Arizona on the money line, even though they're
I do.
they're plus 1.5. What about Illinois minus 2.5? I'm surprised. Illinois is favored by more than I thought, I guess. But you like
Yeah,
UConn on the money line there too.
I do. I do. And I think Bruce Underwood's a great coach. And um, yeah, I feel like they're finally healthy too. I think he did an interview earlier this week and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, we're just playing good ball. Like all our
Yeah,
guys are healthy, like they're bought in. This is so much fun. It's exciting and like I don't know, just tournaments itself, whether it's, the championship tournament or like the March Madness tournament or like a tournament you did in a U or AAU team during a weekend or even those what is it, feast week, Thanksgiving week tournaments, like it
yeah,
just seems like that is when basketball is either played at the worst or the best, and these four teams have been playing their best basketball during that time.
yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, I mean, hats off to all four of those teams. Like they didn't have easy paths, and
Wow.
besides like UConn in that last second shot, like the other three teams have like dominated their way to get there. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Should be a hell of a Final Four. I forgot. I didn't even have this as a question for you. Do you have any idea? I assume you saw the video. Do you know why Hurley headbutted the ref after winning the game? Or what was he mad about?
Yeah. Yeah. That was wild.
Was he
So,
mad that he won?
no, no. So I think it was Caravan, right? Their senior star. Like
Yeah.
he did an interview and he basically just said like, no, like that ref specifically, I don't know his name. He was like, he's very personable, and they've gotten to know each other.
Okay.
And I think he said something like earlier, like because they had a relationship, like a friendly relationship, like I'm the best fucking coach in the league, like you know. And then I think he just kind of dropped his nuts on him. Sorry, I keep giving your money away, but
No, that's all right. That's all right. That's
I
the
quoted
cost.
Dan Hurley there,
That's the
so
cost. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't count if it's a Hurley quote. He's always dropping
right.
f bombs. But yeah. So that's
He's
you
a
got Arizona over
psychopath.
UConn in the championship. Would
Hmm.
be yeah. He is. He drinks piss on the sideline. I hear. But
Literally.
yeah.
Yep.
Would be cinema. Arizona. I want the all Big Ten. I guess. But maybe I don't. I don't know if I want Illinois fans to hold that over my head
No,
forever.
no, no. I don't need to see that.
Are you against like rooting for a conference?
No, no, I'm not. I think there are certain teams in which the conference I would not root for, and that is number one, Illinois basketball, and two, Michigan State basketball in the Big Ten. And
Yeah,
Purdue. I hate Purdue. I hope
fair
they
enough.
lose every
Fair
single
enough.
game until the end of time. I hate Purdue so much. I don't give a shit how good they are. Screw them.
they're I hear they're adding an 8-footer in the off season.
God, I hope not.
Shout out
But
Olivier
yeah, I
Rue.
mean,
Greg
earlier
Gard,
on
give that guy
too.
a call.
Yeah. Early on too, I think it was I think yeah, Michigan State made the Elite Eight. I was like, okay, if it's Michigan State, Michigan in the final, that would be incredible
Or
to watch. Like I would love watching that. Um,
Sweet
but
16.
obviously
Yeah,
that
no,
didn't pan out that
I
way.
was sitting there. Yeah, if Purdue and Michigan State had won another game or two, you get the all Big Ten Final Four. I mean, that would have
It'd be
just been
crazy.
delicious. But
But I think, yeah, besides like Arizona playing like a really strong team, like I think the best final matchup would have been Michigan State for the national championship. That would be cinema.
the the battle for
Cinema.
Michigan. But yeah, no, yeah, to quote Martin Scorsese, I do think this Final Four will be cinema. But
Yeah.
to talk about the professional basketball league, the National Basketball Association, I got a couple of things here. But you kind of sent me a question you wanted to bring up. Why do you feel like you need to announce your admiration for Bron?
Dude, because you come to a point, and I did this with Tom Brady too. It's like when they get older in their careers and they're still so good and dominating, like you just have to like give up like your God, I hate how good he is, hatred, and just like respect and love it and enjoy it. Um, and Bron at what 41 years old is still doing it, man. It's insane.
He's still
And that
catching
Lakers
alley
team.
oops.
Ooh, the one the other night, and then right off the tip off, he had a chase down block on Donovan Mitchell. Like
It's ridiculous.
it's
I'm blessed
ridiculous.
as a Lakers fan, as a Bron fan, really.
Sure, yeah, no, yeah, and I just think like I mean that Lakers team is humming. He's been a big part of it. Like with him, Luca is playing such elite basketball offensively. And then
Yeah,
Austin Reeves is like the perfect complement to both those guys and like kind of makes that team run. Like,
yeah,
I
for
just
sure.
think like if there's a storybook ending to LeBron's career, it would be that they go win it all and he just hangs it up after, after June or May or whenever the finals
What
is
would
going
be
to be.
more? What would be more storybook? Him doing that with the Lakers this year, or him going and playing one more year in Cleveland next year and winning one?
Ah, I think this year because he's actually a big part of that team, and I get the whole go back to Cleveland, finish where you started, but I don't know. That Cleveland team is kind of fool's
Yeah.
gold, and I just think it would mean more to go out as a champion. How many rings would he have then?
Yeah.
Five? He would have
5. He,
5.
he would he'd be tied with Kobe. Tied with Kobe. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think winning with this Lakers team, and then especially they can put all the bubble stuff aside too and be like it wasn't La Mickey,
Yeah.
like it would be legitimate. So
Not
yeah.
Mickey
And
Mouse.
right, right, right. I think that would just be super cool. I would enjoy watching that this spring and summer. I would enjoy watching that. So
Yeah.
shout out Bron.
That, that's another thing that would be cinema. A
Hmm.
lot of debate been going on because there's a new rule put in place this year. I think you're required to play 65 games in order to be voted in as MVP. So I don't know. I I feel like a lot of them are like right near that threshold. So that
Yep.
part might be tough to predict. But who's your pick for MVP this season?
Well, oh man. Early on, I would have said Cade, just because
Yeah,
he was the best player on Detroit and he totally changed that franchise around. And I still think they're the number one seed in the East. Like,
yeah,
without Cade, that team does not, move a needle. Um, and his shot making, his IQ, his defense, his rebounding, like I just think he is like overall like a complete like point guard, or like he's a bigger point guard, but like he's like that, small forward slash point guard guy. And like, yeah, I would have said him. And then,
yeah.
they kind of fell off a bit. And then obviously like he had the collapsed lung, so he hasn't played in a bit. But I looked at the odds the other day, and they're still going to give it to Shea. I think Shea's numbers are up there with how he performed last year too when he won it. His team's obviously just as good as when he won it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Would you give it to Wemby if he gets to 65?
damn, I would. But man, it's one of those things where the writers aren't going to do it because they know if they give it to Wemby, they're going to have to give it to him for the next 5, 6, 7 years if he
That's
remains
true.
healthy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
what,
it's
he's
a such a
22?
political award. Yeah, if they're smart, they'll give it to someone else cuz they've even screwed this up with like Jokic and Giannis a couple of these
Hmm.
years. They're like, "Oh, well, we can't give him to it 3 years in a row." It's like, "Yes, you can. It's supposed to
Yeah,
be the
you
best
can.
player, but no, so you think it'll be Shea though.
I do think it will be Shea. No discredit to Shea. I think he's a freaking bucket. Like I get the whole free throw thing and the foul baiting, but at the end of the day, the dude
Yeah.
makes big shots. He wins, and he's the leader of that team. And although I think their team is ungodly talented and young and you know fast, like being fast is such a big deal. I still think he's like the face of that team, the face of that franchise. I also think Luca should be in the conversation too, even more so than Wemby because the
Yeah.
dude is
Luca
pouring it
Magic.
on. He is so good, and the
Yeah.
fact that he didn't win one in Dallas too, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well he's due for one at some point too. I mean, the man is a god with the ball in his hands. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, if I was betting, I would probably bet Shea. So
Yeah.
yeah.
If but and you do bet. Would you bet on the Thunder? Are the Thunder doomed to repeat here? Kind of similar to the Dodgers question, I guess.
Oh man. I mean,
Semicolon. s-
sure,
Okay, okay, go ahead. I was gonna say
sure.
semicolon, and are the Spurs the Thunder
Yeah,
stoppers?
right, right. So yeah, you put that in the notes here that I've been looking at. Man, there are a lot of possibilities, and I do think overall the Thunder are the strongest team. Would it shock me that they won back to back? No, not at all.
Yeah,
Would it shock me if they lost in second, third round of the playoffs? No,
really.
because the West is so stacked, right? Like you have
Yeah,
Wemby, and not even just Wemby, like that entire Spurs team is a clinic, dude. Like Wemby sits out or only plays 20 minutes and they still win games by like 30 points. Like they're just a really
yeah,
strong solid team, and I think they can knock off anyone. I don't know if they can go all the way and win a championship just because they don't have that experience. They don't know what it takes. They don't know what hunger you have to possess to win it all. Which we've seen, like with the Thunder. Oh, they won X amount of games. I think they were the number one or number two seed 2 years ago. Um, and they didn't win it all. So I think the Spurs are still like on that threshold where it's like almost like nut up or shut up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they're definitely contenders. I think the Lakers are rolling and they have experience and they have vets. And I think, yeah, I mean, how are you going to guard LeBron, Luca, or even Reeves when it comes down to like the last few possessions? Like they could take
Yeah.
over any one of those three. Um,
Yeah.
and then also, like, you put dark horse here for a team.
Yeah.
Give me give me the frickin' Timberwolves, dude. Ant
Thank
Edwards,
you.
Nas Reed. You
Okay.
know what? For that one, take a
Ooh.
dollar out of the jar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 No, you're right. Because you stopped yourself. I'm gonna put
Yes,
that. And
yes,
that was a Hurley quote. So, so
yep.
we're good there. That's
Um,
if you're a betting man, and that's you get good odds on that dark horse pick. Plus 4,500 on the T Wolves. You get nothing on the Thunder. Plus 135.
right. I
Yeah.
think.
So,
Oh man, that like Anthony Edwards, if we talk about a guy that's a superstar that isn't talked about enough, especially in these MVP ratings or races, it's Ant
yeah.
Edwards. The dude is what, a five-tool player. He can take you one on one. He can make the right pass. He's so fast. He's so good on defense. He can get to the rack. He can dish it out. He can rebound. He can box out. He can guard you one on one. He can shoot the three. Like, and
Yeah.
he brings that. Talk about moxie. He has it. If there's, you know, in the dictionary, if you look up moxie, next to it's Ant Edwards. So,
Yeah.
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 And
For
they've
real.
been in like long playoff battles too, with like a pretty much the same core, like him,
Yeah.
Rudy, Nas, McDaniels.
Yeah.
Dante's a great role player they have off the
Mm-hmm.
bench. Mike Conley can give them, 10 minutes of vet experience, hitting
Yeah.
some corner threes. Um, I think they brought back, oh, who's the freaking guy? I forget. But yeah, they got
Traded
a
for
team
Io
that's being
Donsumo.
overlooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Io he's a great backup point guard that plays strong, solid
Yeah.
defense and doesn't turn the ball over. So, yeah, I think the West is definitely a juggernaut. And I think whoever comes out of the West, they'll probably end up facing the Boston Celtics. And
Yeah.
that could be a solid series, but I mean, the Boston Celtics would definitely have to like really turn it on to win it
Yeah.
all,
Well,
which they could.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I think the
let's get to
West,
it
there's
then.
many teams.
Yeah, let's get to it then. That's my last question. You got an NBA Finals pick for me?
Yeah, I mean, we just spent the last segment talking about teams in the West, right? So
Yeah.
there's so many teams in the West that are strong, like actual title contenders. So with that being said, I'm gonna pick my East team first, and that's the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
I think they're the most experienced. They've won it before. They've been to it a few times. They were playing phenomenal without Jason Tatum. Now you bring them back, even, less than a year removed from the Achilles, and they're even better. He looks, typical Jason Tatum wise.
Yeah.
They shoot the hell out of the ball. Joe Mazzulla is probably the best coach in the NBA, I think,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Um, and they're just winners. They're grinders. They're tough. So give me the Boston Celtics to come out of the East.
Okay.
And um, I think if I was a betting man, I think they lose. I think they lose to. Give me the Lakers. Screw it.
No.
Boston
No
Lakers
way,
finals.
dude.
Give me LeBron. Give me
LeBron
Luca.
riding off into
Give
the
me
sunset.
Reeves. Let's see that moment. Let's
Oh
let
my
that
gosh.
moment happen. And then I think, yeah, if it wasn't the Lakers, then you'd be dumb not to pick OKC. So,
Sure, sure.
yeah,
We'll
I
hedge it a
think,
little bit with OKC.
right,
Hey,
right,
as a
right,
Lakers fan,
right.
I love to hear it. I'm hearing a lot of praise for
Sure.
them. I don't know. This was one of the few LeBron years I've went into and not had championship expectations, but yeah, we've just been gelling so well as a team that if I don't know,
Hmm.
it's going to be tough to get past the Spurs or the Thunder, but I don't know if we can knock off a juggernaut or two in the West. Why can't we go and win it all? So
Right. And that's the thing, right? If you guys do knock off that juggernaut in OKC or San Antonio, like, okay, you have nothing to lose now. You know,
yeah,
Probably the hardest test has already come. So,
yep,
yeah. And then I do have one dark horse team out of the
okay,
East, not to
okay,
make the finals, but to go on a nice little run here.
okay,
And that's the Atlanta Hawks, man. Give me
yeah.
the young Atlanta Hawks. Jalen Johnson, CJ McCollum. Give me the boys down in Atlanta. I think they've
Ni-
lost maybe like 10 games since the All-Star break or something stupid like that. Like they're playing good ball down in Atlanta. So,
Nikhil Alexander Walker has been
yes.
hooping,
Oh my
hooping for my
gosh.
for my fantasy basketball team. I know who's going to win the championship in that one. That's me, because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
dude, if
Jokic
Cade didn't
and
get hurt,
Bron and
my
KD.
team was so good. My
Yeah, you
team was
got
so
you
good in
got
that
picked
league.
off round one by my little brother. That's tough.
I know.
That's a
Well,
tough one.
Cade, dude, he was my whole team. Him and Donovan Mitchell were killing it for me. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But no, I love the Lakers pick there. Would love to see LeBron, ride off into the sunset with the Larry O'Brien trophy in his hands, announce
right.
his
And
retirement on the stage there.
quite frankly, I think the sport needs one more LeBron hoorah. Like, just give us one more Bron
Yeah.
hoorah,
One one last
So,
ride. The last
yeah,
dance, so to
damn
speak.
near. Like, let's just see it. I think that's great. Because the NBA, I don't know. It's not what it was. And I think
It'd be
baseball's like massive right now. I
it'd be a
think
good way to,
baseball's kind of
maybe
taking
pass
over.
the torch over to Wemby or, whoever. I mean, the torch, I don't know. We don't really know who has the torch yet, because LeBron obviously is not the best player in the league anymore, but
No,
we
it's
haven't really
weird, right?
anointed the guy, because it's like
It's
Wemby,
like
but we don't
it's
we
like
don't know
okay,
yet
but then
long
Shea
term.
wins the MVPs and then he
Yeah.
wins the finals, but like for some reason like the NBA community hates him and then it's like, "Oh, are we
I,
just going to give it to Wemby?" But like he's only 22 and he really hasn't proven anything
I
yet
guess
in the
it's like
postseason
Jokic
and
has the theoretical torch, so to speak, but he's not like face of the league, like personality wise.
he's
So
not
it's
a
like
polarizing
he's
figure,
there's
you
still a
know?
lot of debate as to who's got the torch, or
Yeah.
if LeBron still
And
has it.
yeah, and I think yeah, Jokic is kind of boring. As awesome as he is on and off the floor, like I think he's kind of boring. But yeah, I mean, if Ant Edwards goes on a crazy run and wins the finals and wins finals MVP, I'd be shocked if he isn't, the guy that gets the torch.
Yeah, he would be the face of the league for sure. If he That would
And
be
all
a
those
crazy
old
run. That would be
and
awesome.
all those like older legends too, they love him. Like Kevin Durant loved him, like all those
Yeah.
USA team clips, like, and he got minutes there. Like they were like, "All right, Ant, you can be one of us, but like do it." So who knows? We'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited for NBA playoffs. It's always
Yeah.
fun when it comes around.
Yeah,
So
should be a fun one. Well, yeah, Ploff, thanks so much for pulling up to the podcast. I really appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me as always. I just love talking ball, Matt.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, that's all I got for you. I guess one more question. You have any idea how I should end these shows? I don't know how to end these anymore.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I got to come up with some new predictions, some new tradition. I don't know. I've just been saying that's a wrap. So I don't know.
No, that's good. I think that's good. Um,
Okay.
all I know is I'll be tuned into the Brewers in Kansas City this weekend, and then they got the Red Sox next week. That's what I'll be doing, but
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure you'll be grinding. So
Yes, sir.
maybe say something like we'll catch you after the men's tournament championship or whatever. Final Four championship. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll
I don't
take it
know.
under advisement. But thanks
Yeah,
again, Ploff. I really appreciate that one. Appreciate you pulling
absolutely.
up, and yeah, go Brewers, go Lakers.
Go crew. Go
Go
crew.
crew.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, that's a wrap.